I think it's about time I started clearing out some stuff because I have just found out there's a store close by called Mega Replay that has a particular rare game that I'm interested in. Well, what I did today on my day off from work, I dug through a bunch of like excess stuff I can't really sell, and I'm gonna see what they offer me. I did that before the other day where I brought in a bunch of stuff and they gave me pretty good credit, which I was very surprised by. So this time, we've got a lot more stuff with us, and I will show you just what it is that we are going to be getting rid of. But this is entirely full of just random stuff that I can't really move out a bunch of. There's like a decent amount of PSP games. There's like PS3 stuff, some boxed GBA games, and even some PS2 stuff. Then it's filled to the brim, and I really have no idea what they would be offering me for a bunch, but we're hoping that it will be a good chunk that we can at least get for one particular game. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is they're going to be offering me, but we will be going into the store and kind of just taking a look to see exactly what they have to offer us. So with that being said, let's get to it. So we're at Mega Replay, and I just got done. As you can see, the building is like back there. But we dropped the stuff off. The guy that is actually a fan of the channel, thank you, you know who you are. They told me to come back in a few hours. We'll do that. And they will pretty much give me a call once everything is done. And I believe they're going to give me an estimate from there. But aside from that, I'm just going to go ahead and probably dig through more stuff and see what else we could probably get rid of. And probably get some lunch while we're out. I will probably update you guys when we get to it, and like I said, I'll probably show you inside the store if we get the chance to, but I will give you guys the update when we know anything more, so see you back in a bit. Alright, I'm back. So, unfortunately I didn't film, but I was able to go in there and dig through a bunch of stuff, and there's the boxes. Aside from that, a small amount of video games that they weren't able to take in. The NES carts, they couldn't remove the plastic out. For some reason, that was rattling around, so I will get to work on that tonight. And then tomorrow, I will be digging out more stuff, because there is a copy of a rare game that's in there that I'm gonna try to get my hands on. As far as like the other stuff that I got, we'll put that in for like a bundle little showcase after the whole process is done for the next few days. So with that being said, we will go into the next day, and then we'll hopefully be able to dig more stuff out and try to see what else we can get the first store credit. So with that being said, see you guys tomorrow. Good afternoon. It is late, but I am now recording it the next day, and I forgot to record what stuff I was bringing over. But the good news is, after digging through like about 2 hours worth, we were able to get enough to be able to get some stuff in for trade, and they just contacted me back. So we are on our way over right now to go ahead and take a look at the thing that I'm going to be picking up, and you'll get to see it in just a bit. So I'll see you guys when we arrive back at Mega Replay. See you in a bit. I just got out, and it is actually in this bag, so we're gonna go back to the house and cover over everything in the past few days that I ended up doing trades, and you're gonna see the big ticket items. So with that being said, I'll see you back at the house in just a sec. And we're back at the house. So that trip is done for now for the rest of the year until I do decide to bring more stuff over to Mega Replays, but huge shout out to that store. The inside is incredible, and it has like a decent amount of variety of stuff in there. And they did put out more stuff that I was hoping to maybe try to pry off of them, but I didn't have enough money on hand, which is fine. But we'll be able to go bring more trades for things that we can't really seem to sell off, and hopefully get some good stuff in the end. So I'm gonna go based on order of like the days that I went in and just show off exactly the things that I ended up coming out of. So you'll see the first bit right now. So the first day, I brought in the leftover stuff from that PS3 and like really good PlayStation lot that had the two systems, and they had basically brought it up to about 177 in credit, which blew me away because there was like filler stuff that I couldn't really move, and they just took it in really easily, so thank you very much. That was very generous. So the first thing that I ended up grabbing from there was, I was shocked how cheap this was, considering it has the box and the manual. It's a little dusty, but it's fine, but it was a CIB copy of Tetris Dr. Mario, and this one is like one of the best compilations you could get for the Super Nintendo, and for them selling it for the price of the card alone, and it has the box, I could get a holder for it for cheap, so that's not a big deal. So in the GBA section, you'll see another one in a bit, but the one that caught my interest was Yoshi Topsy Turvy, and I got that one for $25. And they also had some N64 stuff as well, and they do have some other ones which we'll try to hopefully get put in for the booth for filler, but it was a decent enough condition copy of Kirby 64 and Dr. Mario 64, tying into the Dr. Mario theme from earlier. And the next Super Nintendo thing that I ended up snagging, it's not in the best condition, but it's one that I'm probably going to play a little bit before getting rid of, and that is, of course, a copy of Maui Mallard. And then I thought my copy was not in good condition, but I'm probably going to just end up selling this one off, and that is a copy of Sylphid, being the other one for day one. For day two, there is another GBA thing that I found that was originally going to be passed up on, but then after seeing how much this thing goes for, I had to snag it, and that was, of course, Contra Advance. Another thing that was Super Nintendo related that I got that still surprisingly goes for a little bit more, and that was a copy of Cybernator. And then this is mostly just an upgrade for the copy that I do have that's loose, and that was Kirby Planet Robobot. And you can't go wrong with any Wii U filler, but of course I had to get a copy of Zelda Wind Waker HD, and this will probably end up being an upgrade. And of course, GameCube stuff is always a hot priority for the booth, but I always get good filler, and it's always Mario filler. And of course, that stuff is day two, but that's not the biggest pickup of the entire lot. There's a reason why we went back today, because this was the one reason I had to go and get it before somebody else did. And if you're familiar with Virtual Boy collecting, you know how expensive this game is, how rare this game is. But this is one that I am probably going to end up picking up for myself, and maybe sell at a later date, but it is a really good condition copy of Jack Bros. Why this game is expensive? As you can guess, it is the very last released Virtual Boy game for the US, and it's one that a lot of people, me included, have been looking for. I have wanted this game pretty much since AVGN covered over it for his YouTube video about the Virtual Boy. But now I have it, I'm gonna be playing it, and this is one that, I don't know, I may just hold on to it for a bit, but it's one that I'm glad to finally have. After years of searching, almost got it during Southeast Game Exchange this past year, but I now have another rare high-dollar game in my collection, and I cannot wait to play it. So I lost count as for, like, the grand total, but I believe I spent closer to, like, $900 on a bunch of the stuff. It was, like, way more than, like, $900 in trades, but a lot of this stuff is good for the booth. I'm doing that more often where things I know I can't really sell that I'm just gonna give out to Mega Replay and then try to get things that I'm looking for personally, or just using it as trade bait for the booth. But that's it. Let me know out of the stuff that you saw me show in the video, like, what it was that you like the most about my pickups, or if you're also a fan of Jack Bros like I am too. Thank you very much for watching. Love you all very, very much. There may not be an end of the year video, but thank you for watching. Love you all to death. And until next time, high five.